everyone and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. My name is Kyrielle and I'm so happy you decided to join me today. Today I'm going to be reviewing the much hyped Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette. I know this is a cult favourite in the beauty industry. Always am late to the party, but I still want to give this a go and give you my opinions. This is one of Michael Finch's favourite palettes. I was a bit skeptical because I saw his review on the Desert Dust palette. I was thinking about getting that one as well. I prefer the pinky kind of tones, as you can probably tell. So in this palette, in total, this has 18 shades. There's 3 different kind of textures. There's deep matte, 3D metal and pressed pearls. In the UK, you can buy this for £56 and you can buy it from Selfridges, Beauty Bay and Cult Beauty. Also you can get it from Harrods, so it is a little bit more readily available than any other kind of US brand, I feel. It's an expensive palette, but anyway, I'm really excited to get into the nitty-gritty, show you how I created this look, which is on my eyes, a little bit of a teaser already. I'm obsessed with how this looks. But anyway, without further ado, let's get into the swatches of this palette. So the shades that we have in the palette are Dubai, Bling, 24K, Rose Gold, Trust Fund and Angelic in the first row. In the second row we have Hashtag Blessed, Bossy, Flamingo, Shy, Bay and Moon Dust. And in the final row we have Black Truffle, Suede, Cocoa, Maneater, Henna and Sandalwood. Hello! Alright, let's get to it. I've already primed my eyelids with some Tarte Shape Tape and I've set it with my Hourglass powder. I haven't opened this up yet. The packaging. I love the packaging. But let's take it out of its sleeve. You've seen it before I am. Ooh, it looks pretty. There's like glitter in here. See, I haven't even looked into this yet. Obviously I've seen it online, but seeing it in person, that's someone else. Don't know what look I'm going to create with this. There's so many pretty colours in here. So this is what the palette looks like. I want to do like a pinky look with this today. I steered away from the pink colours in the Modern Renaissance palette. I'm not doing that with this one. Okay, so the first colour that I'm going to go in with is called Shy. So using the Anastasia one, I'm so scared to type into eyeshadow. These ones aren't as soft as the Anastasia ones, which is great. Don't have to walk on eggshells, even though I do really like that palette, but it is very pigmented and kind of scary to use a little bit. I'm gonna tap off the excess and go in using a big fluffy brush to create a transition. It's a really nice colour actually. I'm definitely having to work to blend this eyeshadow. So there's the kind of transition down. It's not very prominent, but it is there. And I feel like it looks a bit more subdued on camera than what it is in real life. In real life I can see there's definitely a pink hue there. I think it's because my skin is so red that it's hard to come out on camera. I'm just gonna put my hair back because it's kind of doing my head in. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with the colour Flamingo, which is the bright pink. Not that much pigment was actually coming out on the brush. We'll see what this turns out like on the actual eye though. I haven't done swatches before this, by the way. You're gonna see those before me, so we'll see how this looks. Just gonna go right in the crease with this. It's not as bright as in the pan. I'm gonna try building it up to a more intense colour. Gonna go back in with that original brush where I had Shy Girl, and I'm just gonna kind of blend them together. Okay, so that's looking a lot better. It took a little bit of work to build it up. I wouldn't say it's as bright as what's in the pan, but I feel like the colour is there now and it's looking really pretty. I really like the fact, even though I've put that pink colour down, I can see that original colour coming through. I don't know if it's translating on camera, but I can see the tone of the Shy colour and they've blended together really well. So I've gone into this not really knowing what I want to do, but now I think I want to do a cut crease. So I'm going to go in with the shade Bossy and I'm going to go right in the crease there to deepen it, ready for when I go over it with concealer. There's a little bit of more kick up with this colour in particular. Nothing terrible, but it's just what I've noticed. This colour is more dusty than the other ones I've used. This Bossy shade, I'm finding it's kind of like skipping on my lid a little bit. Like I have to really finesse it to get it even all over. I'm gonna go back in with the brush I used for Flamingo. I'm not adding any other product, but I'm just blending those two colours together. I know when I cut my crease, because I kind of have slightly hooded lids, like when I relax my lids, you can kind of see they kind of slouch a little bit. So I know I've got to take my shadow quite a bit higher, so when I actually cut my lid, I can create more of a space. I was thinking about doing like a video on cut creases for hooded eyes, so let me know if that's something that would be helpful and something that some of you guys would want to see. Let me know in the comments below, or just leave a like on the video and I shall do that. It's not bad, it's just annoying me a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut out my crease with some Tarte Shape Tape and I'll be right back. Right, so I didn't film any of me putting the rose gold shade on, which is so friggin' annoying. So I'll just run down my thoughts. As you can see, it's very pretty on my eyes. It did take some building. I did have a little bit of struggle, okay? It was kind of struggle city with it. I had to use my finger in the end, and as you can see, it's all over my fingers. I tried using this flat brush with it. Tried it dry first of all, then I tried with the brush wet. Having a wet brush did help pick it up a little bit more, but you did kind of have to dig and disrupt the pan a little bit to actually get it on the brush, and it didn't stay on the brush very well. I do advise to use it with your fingers, but because I did a cut crease, I really wanted to get up to the edge, so I've had a little bit of a struggle with that. I wet the brush, put the eyeshadow into it, which I kind of had to dig and scoop, and then I wet the actual eyeshadow with some setting spray as well, and that really helps. Once you kind of put it on though and moved it around, it did kind of flake a little bit here and there. I have got a little bit of fallout on my face, which I'll clean up later. It works best with your finger, but you can make it work on the brush. I decided to put it on first, by the way, because I put my concealer on. It was like tacky, so I thought because I've got a tacky base, it would help the glitter adhere better, so that's why I decided to go in with this first of all instead of it being like a topper. Now I'm going to go in with the shade called Moon Dust on the inner corner and kind of try and merge it with the rose gold glitter. Ooh, that's more pigmented than I thought it was going to be. That's a pretty colour. It looks more shimmery in the pan than what it is on the eyes. Now I'm going to take a little bit of angelic and merge the rose gold with that gold here, just so I get more of like a seamless kind of blend. Okay, I don't feel like that did much, but I feel like it did help the transition a little bit. I really like the way this is turning out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with that Shy colour, which I originally used for my transition shade, and I'm going to fill in the outer corner here, and then we're going to go in with a darker shade after. I didn't realise how actually pigmented and buttery this was until I really used it on a packing brush. So that was super easy to put on. It was really nice to apply. Now I'm going to go in with the colour Man Eater, and I'm going to base that right on my lash line and kind of create like a wing. This one isn't showing up that much. This colour seems like it's really pressed into the pan, like it's harder than the other colours. Okay, I like the way that that's turned out. I'm just going to go in with that rose gold shade one more time and just pop it on top, just so it pops a little bit more. What I would suggest doing if you really want that glitter to pop is when you put your finger down, press and then kind of lightly swipe on the eye, so it really gets the reflect and it really pushes it onto the lid and transfers it from your finger. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back in with the colour Bossy, and I'm going to go right across the crease line to really enforce it and make sure it stands out quite a lot. Going in with this itty bitty brush. I'm like holding my breath while I do this to make sure that it doesn't go everywhere. Now I'm just going in with my brush, which I blended the flamingo pink colour in, and I'm just going to soften those edges a little bit. Okay, so I've finished up my top lids. I'm gonna go do my brows, my face and everything. I'll be right back and then we can finish off the rest of the eyes. I just realised that my eyeshadow pretty much matches my jumper. I completely did not mean to do that at all. But I finished up my base makeup. I'm actually doing a first impression on a foundation. I said my piece in that video, so if you're wondering, it's the new Maybelline 24 Hour Super Stay foundation. That'll be linked in the little eye over here if it's already up. Okay, so I'm gonna zoom you in a little bit and we're gonna finish off the eye makeup. So as I've been doing my face and things like that, I feel like there's been a little bit of transfer with the rose gold to like the shadow up here. When you've got different shaped eyelids and you don't have a lot of space and you have hooded eyes, like the struggle is real. But I still think it looks pretty, so let's just finish up the under eye. I am trying to use as many shades in the palette as I can. So I'm gonna go in with the colour Sandalwood. I'm gonna take that right up to the lash line, kind of just keeping it out on the outer corner here. Just kind of bringing it into like just over halfway. And I'm gonna kind of blend it in with the Man-Eater shade. I'm gonna take that colour Shy again and I'm gonna blend just underneath that shade a little bit so it kind of melds in together. And then finally I'm going to take the colour Cocoa and really tuck that in right up to the lash line. I'm almost kind of like stamping it on. Now for the inner corner, I really want to keep it bright. There isn't a really bright shade in this palette. I'm going to see what the colour Bay does for us. I'm probably going to have to go in with the highlight shade, but we'll try it anyway. Oh no, that's too dark. So I'm just gonna kind of merge it in. I'm just gonna use the Soph X Makeup Revolution highlight palette. I'm gonna take that very palest shade here and I'm gonna go in the inner corner with that. I'm just gonna go over it with some setting spray to make it really pop. Then I'm gonna go right into the inner corner. Okay, so I'm pretty much done. The only thing I need to do is a brow highlight, but I think I'm just going to use the same highlighter I used in the inner corner. I'm going to go put some mascara on, do my brow bone highlight, and then we'll be right back and we'll discuss what I think about the palette. Let's get on to my thoughts on the Huda Beauty palette. I really like this palette. I love the fact they've got different textures in here. I love the fact the mattes are so buttery and so easy to use. At first I was questioning the pigment. On blending kind of fluffy brushes, I felt like the pigment wasn't coming across as much. When I used a packing brush, holy crap. That is self-explanatory, I know. I love the look that I was able to make with this. I feel like this is a well thought through palette. I feel like the colours all work really well together, and I feel like when you look at this you think, yeah, I can create a look with this isn't it? And I appreciate that, because sometimes I do feel a bit overwhelmed if there's like a lot of colour, a lot of texture within a palette. I'm kind of like, I'll just stick to the nude shade and just do a nice simple look today. But this, I felt like I could go in. I wasn't scared to use the colours. The mattes are really buttery, they're really easy to blend, and the pigment, when you use it on a blending brush, it just blends really seamlessly. The fallout was minimal as well, and you've got so much pigment. The first shade that I used, Shy, I was a bit concerned because I did feel like, not that it was patchy, but that it kind of clung, but once I kind of blended it and finessed it, it did blend out really nicely. One thing I did notice, that with more stiffer brushes, I felt like the pigment wasn't picked up as easily, whereas when I used a soft bristle brush, it picked up really quickly and it was really easy to put on the lid. With the harder bristles, I just felt like the powder stuck more to the bristles and didn't transfer as well. The textured glitter shadows, use with your finger, okay? I know that it's a pain in the friggin' ass, but it works the best with your finger. I think it's to do with the warmth and the moisture in your skin. It really helps them actually come out of the pan. When I was going in with a brush, it wasn't picking up the product, I was just kind of moving it around. For the best payoff, I'd suggest using your fingers. It's just easy, although it's annoying because you can't get a precise application. So that is my thoughts on this palette. I hope you guys enjoyed my little review on this and testing out as many shadows as I could. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to hit the little subscribe button so you get to know when I upload more content like this. There is a little bell button that will notify you and it'll email you when I do upload, so you get to know straight away. Also, if you like these reviews and you want to see more, don't forget to leave a little thumbs up on the video. That helps me so much, and I love hearing your feedback to know that you actually like this kind of thing. Also, don't be afraid to leave a little comment. I'd like to hear your feedback and what were your thoughts on the palette. I really like seeing other people's opinions. That's what YouTube is for. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat's kind of dead, and that's where I post about my new uploads as well. So if you want to be in the know, just follow me on Twitter and Instagram. But yeah, I'm gonna stop blabbering now, but I want to thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you on the next one. Bye guys!